Hello, welcome to realpython.com. This is Instructor Andy, and for today's video, I will teach you how to set up a Django project in your environment. If you want to follow along with me, I am using VS Code and I already have Python installed in my computer. So let me clear my screen. And first step that you need to do is to set up a virtual environment. So in order to do that, let's run a command that is python 3 -m vm for virtual environment, and after that, the name of your environment. For as a convention, we always use m. You can go ahead and assign the name that you want to for your environment. Once we do that, it will take some time, but it will create a folder that contains the virtual environment where we will run our Django project inside. Once it's created, we will go ahead and activate this environment. We can do that by running source m for environment, then bin, and then activate. And you will know that your environment is being created successfully and but is running once you see the name of the environment inside some brackets. So if you see the command line like this, that means that your environment was successfully created. Now, next step, we will install Django, and we will pin the dependencies in a requirements.txt file. We will do that by running python -m pip install Django. With these commands, we'll go ahead and install Django in our virtual environment. Once it's done, we can now go ahead and pin those dependencies that were installed with Django inside the requirements.txt file by running python -m pip raise greater than requirements.txt. So here we can check the file. It already has some of the dependencies necessary in order to run Django. In this case, it installed the latest version, which is for 4.5, sorry, 4.1.5. If you want to install a different version, or if you're using Python 2, you can specify that in your installation command. So once we have that, um, and you are running an environment for the first time, you can also um, move or create the requirements.txt file. And in order to run it, or for for you to install all of the requirements inside your environment, you can go ahead and run python -m pip install -r requirements.txt. We can see that the requirement is already satisfied because we already have Django installed in our environment. So next step, we will go ahead and set up the Django project. So we will have the Django project, which is the high-level unit of organization. We will also create a Django app, which is a lower level of the unit of your web application. So if we go ahead and run the command Django-admin, then start project, and after that you will define your project's name. In this case, I will use real Python. And once you do that, you will see that it created the project successfully. Inside the high level folder, you will see that we have another real Python folder inside, which is the lower level units, the application. That's created by default. We will see some files here, which are required in order for you to set up and handle everything inside your Django project. So, well, now let's go ahead and start a Django application. Um, the manage.py file that you see here will run the commands that you run the same as the Django admin um, command. So in order to do that, and in order to create the Django application inside the project, we can go ahead and run python manage.py because we will be using this file. And then we will go ahead and actually, before we do that, let's cd into our real Python folder. Here you will see that we have the manage.py folder. So from here, we will run the commands in order to create the application. So let's do Python manage.py start app, and then the app name. In this case, let's do user. And let's hit enter. You will see that another folder is being created here with some other folders. Migrations are applied once you make some changes in your models, for example, and are some other files that you can use in order to create your application. So once that's done, you can go ahead and create your models right here. You can go ahead and probably handle and modify your admin right here. And usually you will be handling the URLs of your project here in this particular file. So, well, now that it's been created, we can go ahead and run another extra command in order to actually the run the application and see that it's working. We can go ahead and run Python manage.py run server. You will see that we haven't applied migrations. It's fine. For now, we didn't make any changes to our files. But if we visit this link, you will see that we have successfully created our Django project. So, well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for having me, and I will see you in a different video. Bye bye.